Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is December 21st. Happy shortest daylight day of the year out there. The winter solstice is upon us, and so is this next frontal system. If I scroll back through here, look at the lightning strikes that were going on along some of the coastal areas early this morning. That might have woke a few people up. Let me know in the comments below if that was one of you. Scrolling on in through the later morning hours, you can see the frontal system just kind of passing along the Bay Area as we speak, not bringing a lot of rainfall with it, but there is some, and there's still lightning going there near Northern California and some of the Southwest Oregon coastline. But we do have a stronger storm arriving, and we also have additional frontal systems even before that. But the one on the 24th, Christmas Eve, is probably the one of note, and then maybe some additional strong storms after that. As we go on into the end of the year, we'll take a detailed look at that. The Bay Area here putting out a nice graphic, weather.gov. Don't let a bad decision be your last. Just slow down a little bit out there if you are dealing with some of that dense fog activity. Now, taking a look here at the storm reports, we have had some gusty winds, and there's actually a landslide reported there. Looks like north and southbound State Road 254, and so there was some wind damage out there as well associated probably with, that was this morning here. So with that frontal system passage, you can see is now moving across some of the Sacramento Valley. Got some fog across Southern California there as well. Now, dangerous surf is going to be incoming here Saturday, December 21st. That is today, and that's going to be an ongoing theme here over the next few days as well. Look at these breaking waves, 20 to 24 feet possible. Don't turn your back on the ocean. This was updated yesterday afternoon. We'll take a look at the wave map here in a moment. Here's Sacramento, and again, Christmas Eve, Monday p.m. through Tuesday, Christmas Eve. That's when the next big storm is going to be rolling in here. So if you want to travel, it's definitely better to do it, today, Sunday, or Monday. You don't want to be doing it on Christmas Eve last minute there to get wherever you're going, because there's going to be some mountain snows, whatnot, and some heavier rainfalls, isolated thunderstorms, things of that nature. Moderate impact expected. Now looking towards the Bay Area, a high surf warning. There's also some high surf warnings that go down the central coastline as well. I do want to point that out also. And if we take a look at that, you can see this is Los Angeles. Large breaking waves, 10 to 15 feet on Saturday, 15 to 20 on Sunday, 18 to 25 on Monday through Tuesday. Very dangerous rip currents, coastal flood advisory, coastal flooding is expected. Now, taking a look at that a graphic here, another one here from the National Weather Service, Los Angeles. This goes out 3:30 yesterday afternoon, and yeah, some big waves incoming here. So be careful if you're going out to some of the coastal areas. And now this is San Diego also calling attention to that as well. So again, just driving home the point. This goes all the way in through 4 a.m. on Wednesday. Now, looking at the wave action out there, this is where we are right now. And you can see the wave action increasing as we go through tonight and tomorrow all the way down across Southern California here. And then we get additional rounds as we go on the 23rd, the 24th. So yeah, we're going to have some energetic waves up and down the west coast of North America all the way towards the Christmas period upcoming here. A little bit of a break, maybe the Bay Area as we go through December 26th. But I shouldn't even say that because we got more waves arriving after that. Storm train is going to be rolling into portions of the west coast of North America, spreading those big waves with it. Now, if we take a look at the European, this is hot off the presses, the 12Z run. So this is the newest frontal system today that we looked at there on the Doppler radar. Some rainfall continuing as we go on in through Sunday morning. Next frontal system arrives on the 22nd. That's tomorrow during the afternoon hours, perhaps bringing a little bit of light rain towards the Bay Area, heavier amounts the further you go north along the coast in the Sacramento Valley. And then we scroll off and we watch the next system here as we go through Christmas Eve. So here we go on the night of the 23rd. The heavy rains arrive for northwest California. Surges down towards the Bay Area. Pretty strong frontal system here. You can see bringing some meaningful rainfall on Christmas Eve all the way down across the central coast, San Joaquin Valley. Some heavy snowfall occurring across the Sierra Nevada. Not the best day to travel, so hopefully you can wrap up your traveling before Christmas Eve, and probably earlier in the day on the 23rd would be better. And then additional frontal systems there. Look at that on the 26th, and then maybe some additional strong storms as we go towards the 27th there. Kind of an interesting frontal system. Atmospheric river hanging out all the way on into the 29th. Look at that thing just pounding areas central and north over and over again as we go towards the end of the month, but not much to speak of for Southern California. Definitely a tale of two different halves of the state here to split it right down the middle. Southern California just being left out again with some very active weather rolling in here. Then we scroll way off into Fantasyland. If we have anything to show for Southern California, not yet. Now, looking at that snowfall here, so this is what's wrapping up as we go through Monday, Tuesday comes along here, and we go into Christmas Eve morning, and you can see during the day, Christmas Eve, You don't have to be a meteorologist to know that snow is going to be flying across the higher terrain. Snow levels could be dropping down towards 5,500 feet, which is going to include a lot of the pass areas and down towards lake level as well. Maybe a white Christmas coming up here. And this is a nice forecast discussion here. This is avalanche.org. And let me just scroll back down here because they do mention that the traveling here on Monday or on Christmas Eve will be quite difficult. And if you want to pause and read that yourself, you can do so. Excessive one, a rainfall outlook. There's day 2. Day 3, we introduced that marginal there, and there's day 4, and then day 5 back up in the Pacific Northwest. But those may get upgrades here because you'll see if I scroll out here, this is the hot off the presses European. I mean, look at this as we go through the early portion of January. Again, just the tale of 2 different halves of the state of California. Southern California has been very dry, for a while now, since last spring, really. And that just continues. And Northern California just absolutely getting hammered. Look at some of these precipitation totals showing up. Once you start getting, these strange purples and whatnot out here, this place is getting up over a foot over the next week or 2. So yeah, multiple rounds of storm incoming. And this looks at the percent of average precipitation. This is just since the water year started October 1st. And again, Southern California, some areas just minuscule amounts, very dry out there. You can see some of these places, a lot of places below 2% of the normal, but Northern California, completely different. Right there at the cutoff there for the Bay Area, some very wet amounts across Northern California. And of course, you saw what's coming here. So we're just going to exacerbate this huge imbalance across the state. European Ensemble mean, and not much different here as well. Very good agreement. This is an average of all 50 Ensemble members. Each one of those 50, we perturb the initial conditions and let those run out. And this is just the average of all 50. So very good model agreement, or Ensemble agreement, I should say. 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, the entire lower 48. Actually above normal here, and there's a little below normal precipitation here for some of Southern California. Makes sense with what we just looked at. And the above average signal, of course, includes Northern California, 8 to 14 day as well, kind of the same thing as we had on. And then the experimental, the risk of heavy precipitation, so they put this a little bit further south there, but yeah, who knows about that? We'll see. And then risk of heavy snow as we go through the end of the year. We'll see about that also. But yeah, anyway, I'll get this video out to you today. Again, try to wrap up your traveling before the night of the 23rd when that next storm system, pretty potent one, comes rolling through here. But otherwise, I will do my normal briefing tomorrow. I will talk to you guys then, and I hope you're having a good day.